Please do respond. Ankit. Okay. Chalo guys, so here we are going to start with pseudocode wala concept. Just a second. Yes guys. Chalo. So we will start with the pseudocode test. Okay. So what is actually pseudocode? Okay. So whenever we are going to write some sort of logic in a programming language, okay, in a programming language, it might be a C, C++, okay, Java, or any language that is for a backend. Okay, these language are what? Server scripted. These language are for backend. Okay, now some languages are for front end as well. Okay, so what happen whenever we are writing some sort of logic? Okay, now we need to do some sort of achievement. Yeah, suppose achievement is what? I need to add some data, okay, some data inside the packet, okay, and once that data get added into packet, I need to process something. Okay, I need to process something. Okay, for that processing purpose, I need to write code. It might be in a C, C++, Java, PHP, or anything. That is for backend purpose. But whenever we are working for front end, okay, front end, then there will be the HTML, okay, CSS, JavaScript, okay, or any JavaScript library, okay, including jQuery and etc. things. Okay, just a second. Admit all. Yeah. So what happen whenever we are working with this particular concept now? That time in HTML, how it is been used? So whenever we are working with it front end wala technology, that time some UI should be there. Okay, one button should be there. One, whenever we are clicking on that button, that time we should redirect to another page, or this pop-up should be open. Likewise, some wireframe we are doing. Okay, that wireframe we can do through the pseudocode as well. Okay, now if you are talking about the pseudocode, then exactly what does it mean? Okay, what is a pseudocode? Then pseudocode is the things which we are writing in a informal way. Okay, there is no any kind of formal way. That is yes, you need to write proper syntax, you need to write each and everything in a proper way. Okay, that is not expected at all. Okay, it's just expecting you should write your business logic in such a fashion where you can get some sort of knowledge to developers. Okay, so developer will do that particular things. So generally, if you talk about the pseudocode, why they are into your recruitment phase, is to get clear idea of your logic building wala concepts. Okay, and whenever you try to do that particular things at a programming level, then you should do that in the proper way. That is the concept. Okay, chalo guys, now we will look for how to write pseudocode. My first of all, my suggestion is to you all that instead of directly going to the solving of pseudocode, we will first of all go with how we can do that particular things, or how to, just a second, how to write a pseudocode. Okay, just a second, I'm just clearing the data. Yes, sure. Guys, see, generally pseudocode are divided into 5 parts. Okay, so whenever we are writing, that time we will take care of these 5 parts. What are those? One is variable. Okay, variables. Another one is assignment. Afterwards, input and output. Okay, then selection part, then repetition part. Okay, these are the 5 parameters which we are considering while writing pseudocode. Okay, and this should be there, this should be there. Without this, we cannot say the perfect pseudocode is there, because unless and until your pseudocode is not right, you cannot able to write your proper achievement. Okay, proper achievement of your code. So first of all, we will see what is benefits of each variable steps. Okay, these 5 parts, how they are important. So first we will talk about the variables. Variables are what? So first of all, we need to give a name of variable. Okay, name of variable. Then afterwards is data type. I'll do one thing, I'll just clear all my drawings. Okay, we will talk about the variable. So variable consists of what? Its name. Okay, afterwards it's data type. Okay, again its value as well. Okay, so name, you can give any generic name. Any generic name you can give. Data type, yes, it might be integer, it might be a string, it might be a float. So whenever your developer will work, whenever your developer will work, that time he will come to know, yes, which data type of this variable will be. Okay, then its value. Okay, simple things. Afterwards, again come to the next point, that is assignment. Okay, so assignment, this assignment will, what it will do, it will set the value to variable. Okay, to variable it will set one value. Suppose set 5. Okay, set equals to 5, set equals to any variable ka name. Okay, so assignment can be possible. Okay, so assignment is what? You can directly set the value, or you can set the value of any variable as well. Set c, so b ka value will go to inside the c variable. Okay, this is second point. Now third point is what? Input and output. Input and output, what it will does? So whenever the case is that you have to take input from the user. Okay, in that case you need to go with this input and output as well. Okay, so input, whenever you wanted to do whenever you want to take some input from the user, that time input types you will use, and whenever you have to show something, that time output. So simply you can use print as well. Print, if it is a function, then you will use return. Okay, now another point is what? Selection. Selection is what? It will simply we can call it as a flow control. Flow control. Okay, so what is flow control then? It is a looping system. It is a looping system. So this looping system will help you to take a action control. Which action you have to select, that you can do by this looping control ka method. Okay, now if we move with the another part, that is a repetition. Repetition means what? You can do this using for loop. Okay, you can do this using a while loop. Okay, so these are what? Repetitions. Suppose if you want to iterate some sort of things, or if you wanted to write 10 times, okay, then this case will be used. Okay, now come to the next point. Okay, the next point will be how to write pseudocode. Okay, first of all we will see some sort of examples of pseudocode with problem statement. If guys, why we are covering these particular topics? Because you have to give answer. Okay, how your questions will be? You will give one question, okay, one pseudocode, okay, you will get 4 options. You need to mark any one of this. Okay, whatever the correct answer is. Okay, chalo guys, so our target is how to solve this logic. This is our target. So before targeting or before solving this, we need to know how pseudocode are been writing. Okay, how to write pseudocode. After that you will come, after that only you will able to read this particular code, and these things are not that much tough to understand. Okay, but still still my suggestion is, and we are always teaching in such a fashion that first of all we will learn how to write pseudocode, and afterwards we will what we call it as a solve that particular things. Okay, chalo, so our first question will be, okay, write a pseudocode that reads two number, okay, and it will multiply that two numbers, okay, those number which we have taken from the input side, okay, and print their product. Now how to do that particular things? So first of all we will use read wala concept. It means we have to take two inputs, no? So simply we will write read, okay, then num1, okay, afterwards num2, okay, this num1 and num2. In addition to that, what I told you, variables in that particular case we will take its name, okay, but the thing which I have written just now, it might be not that much perfect, okay, so I will correct it with some sort of additional things. What? Read, it is from input and output wala block, so read is for which purpose? For input purpose. So afterwards, while declaring a variable, I need to give its data type, okay, so I'm giving int, num1, num2. Okay, now it is perfect. So whatever the number 1 and number 2 will be, that number 1 and number 2 is now a integer type. Now what I have to do, I have to multiply these two numbers, right, as per this condition. So what I will do, num1 into num2. Now you will use this symbol. Okay, now this particular output, the product of this, multiplication of this, you need to set somewhere, no? So what I will write, set mul2. Okay, so it means the number 1 and number 2 product of this will get stored inside the multiplication variable. Okay, now again you can set its data type as well, that is a int. Okay, if you wanted to, definitely if you are working with Java, then what you need to do, you have to give int mul equals to 0. Initially its value should be a 0. Okay, afterwards what you can do, simple print mul. Okay, or else another syntax in the sense, another proposition is write mul. Okay, so this is our now answer. So in which what we did, first of all we understand the code, that is two numbers we have to take. Okay, and we need to multiply this particular. So how to take that particular numbers, read. Okay, read, but its better way to do that particular thing is give its data type to its variable. So read int num1 comma num2. Now we got these two variables, simply we need to multiply it and we need to set inside the mul variable. Okay, now simply print that particular things. That is not that much difficult, these examples. Okay, so now we will move towards the again next example. Okay, so write pseudocode, okay, that tells users that number they entered is not expected one. Okay, that is our motto. So we will do one thing, users, the numbers entered and you will get two numbers. Okay, suppose I am taking 6 and 7. Okay, so simple thing, what I need to do, first of all I need to understand what is the user input. Okay, so what I will do, simple read int, okay, then afterwards is number. Okay, see guys, here we don't need to use any kind of syntax. Which syntax? Programmable syntax. We don't have to use that. Here only we will use some sort of notations. It will notify that yes, something is there. Okay, now what happened, the number variable and its data type is integer. Now I need to use some sort of assign some sort of what we will call it as a flow control, or we will use some sort of actions to over it. So actions through which if loop, then I will use is num. If it is equals to 6, okay, if is number equal to 6, then simply it will tell me write the entered number is 5. Okay, else if now is num equals to 7. Okay, now what it will give us? Write. Okay, now it is a user, so user can enter anything. Okay, so we have to take some sort of things, one extra thing, else. Okay, write, and here we will write one message that the entered number is neither 6 or nor 7. Okay, perfect. So accordingly we will do this particular things. Guys, it is easy stuff, right? So we will move towards next point. Okay, next point is what? How we can write that particular code with a different aspects. Okay, now if you wanted to go with the different logic, yes, definitely you can go. What in first logic, what we will do, or what we will done is number equal to 5. Okay, right, then inside the right we wrote that is number is 5, else if is number equals to 6. Afterwards again it is a right. Now number is 6, else we show them right, no, neither 5 nor 6. Okay, chalo, here number can be anything, that is 6, 7, etc. Same way we are moving towards the next one. How to write for different one? So again here read int type is number. Okay, now here we are reading one type, that is int. Now is number. Okay, chalo, afterwards write करेंगे डायरेक्टली? नहीं, राइट करने के लिए देखो, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल व्हाट आई नीड टू राइट, इट माइट बी 5 और 6. ओके, और एक one condition will be it might be a 5 or 6, or it might be not 5 or 6. So another will be write not 5 not 6. Okay, chalo. So what we will do, we will simply use if is num equals to 5, and here we will use or is num equals to 6. Okay, so if these conditions get true, then this block will get, okay, or means what, any one of this, right? So any one of this condition get true, then we will get this first true wala block, or else it will give us the number which you have entered, that is not 5 not 6. Okay, this is a second approach. Now we will see what will be the third approach. Okay, go with the third approach. Chalo, third approach will be if we will use some sort of conditions over is num, right? Conditions over is num, so we will use read is num. Okay, now after reading this, inside the is num we will check not equals to 5. Okay, and another case will be, just a second, another case will be and is num not equals to 6. Okay, now here write given number or entered number is not 5 or 6. Okay, so these are the multiple ways. So out of which one get best suited for your given task or given questions that you need to decide. Okay, chalo. So now we will go with some sort of complex things in which we will take we will write again pseudocode only. Okay, we will do one thing, read 5 number. Okay, just a second, someone is texting me. Yes, someone is there. His name is, I guess, Sainath. Okay, he's expecting. Can you tell me some sort of basic things? Okay, okay, guys. We will come towards the basic things as well. Sainath, could you able to switch on your mic? Yes, Sainath. What
Yes,
is your
sir.
expectations? Can you just brief me in 2 words or things? Hello, hello, Sainath. It's okay. Chalega, no worries. Sure. So what we will do now? Our target is. Chalo, Sainath, I will try to go with your particular aspects that you need to get from a basic. Okay, and we will do the same thing. Guys, I need to write a program in such a fashion that first of all I need to take 5 numbers. Okay, calculate average of the 5 numbers. Okay, find minimum and maximum from that, give entered 5 numbers. Okay, and afterwards result. Okay, chalo. So what we will do, we will write same code for this particular case. So our target is what, read first of all 5 numbers. Okay, we will do that particular things. Just a second, just a second. Chalo, we will read first of all 5 numbers.
So can you?
Yeah, sure. So first of all we will write some sort of things. Right. Okay, please, guys, I will do one thing. I will type inside the editor.
So can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes.
Yes,
Sainath,
sir. I was saying that if you could explain us some basics because I'm from mechanical.
just a second, just a second, just a second. I'm just increasing my. Yes. Can you tell me?
So I was saying that if you could explain us some basics because I'm from mechanical, I'm not quite understanding what you're explaining. So
Okay, 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 okay. I do understand now. Yes. Okay.
yes,
So,
yes, sir. Just
yes,
some
guys.
basics, sir. Not in depth. That's it, sir.
Okay, your basics are not that much clear, and you wanted it from the basic things. Okay, definitely, I will do that particular things. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Welcome. Chalo. Guys. As we discuss with Sainath, so his expectation is that he is from the mechanical background. Okay, so as such, he is not that much familiar with coding concepts. Okay, so we will go with everyone. Okay, we will go with as per the everyone concept. So somewhere comms IT students, you need to understand with your basic wala things. Okay, chalo. So Sainath, see, whenever we are writing some sort of code, no, okay, like we need to do some sort of coding purpose. Okay, we need to do some sort of code. So code might be in a C, CPP, or Java. Okay, Python. First of all, we will understand these languages are server side. These languages are server side. So these language are processing with data. Okay, so what data it is? So data might be a users, or it is derived. Okay, it is derived data. So user input data, it might be user input data, or it might be derived data. Okay, like I will give you an example. Whenever you are applying or whenever you are buying some sort of things from the e-commerce website, or whenever you are applying for your admission purpose, that time what you are doing, if it is a e-com, then simply you are clicking on products, right? So after clicking on products, which page should you get? Okay, that will decide from what our business logic. Okay, so that particular business logic, to develop that particular business logic, we are going with the pseudocode wala concept. To develop that particular logic, we are going with that particular pseudocode wala concept, and through that pseudocode we are doing our programming logic. And this pseudocode will help you to get your logic building wala concept. And once your logic building wala concept get more clear, you could able to write the things with the coding wala case. See guys, yeah, just a second, I'm getting more chats. Okay, editor window is not visible. Share. Yes. Yes, guys, if it is there something, no, please do message me. Okay, as you are doing. So guys, see, whenever we are writing a code, that time we can use C, C++, Java, Python, etc. Okay, I'm what for what reason I'm telling etc, because there are lots of language. Okay, so generally these language are most popular languages, that is the reason I mentioned this particular one. So all these languages are server side. Okay, these are not at the client side. So whatever data which we are sending from client to server, that time the data will process that server side, and through this language we are processing the data. Okay, chalo. At the data, processing with the data, right? And data, it might be a user input data, or it might be a derived data. What do you mean by user input data? So user input data is that data where user is giving some sort of input through one given form or by clicking on particular product and performing some sort of actions. If you are going with the Flipkart, Amazon wala concepts, that time what happen, you are just simply clicking on that particular product detail page is getting open, and once that product detailings, you are going on that particular buy or add to cart. Okay, this is the user input data because you decide that particular product you need to buy. Okay, now what is derived data? Derived data is that data, like suppose if you are giving some sort of user input. Okay, मान के चलो I have selected one product. Okay, product A is there. Now if I click on that particular product, that time at a server side, since it is from the database, what is database? Database is that particular things, which hold all applications data. Okay, for non-technical people, I'm simply telling you, like Excel sheet, the all data goes inside the database in a form of row and column. Okay guys, I'm going with too much basics, huh? For what reason we are writing pseudocode? Okay, for what reason we are writing pseudocode, and we are going with too much basics, so that once I'm covering some sort of points, no, that time you will be able to understand, yes, these things should be there, that things should be there. Okay, yes. Now database, that is MySQL. Okay, everyone might be have know about this particular things, have an idea about it. Okay, and beyond the database, now MongoDB is also there. That is, one is SQL type and another is a NoSQL type. Okay, so what is that SQL and NoSQL, that we are not looking now. Okay, chalo. So one more thing is that the product A, which is inside the database. Now I have to take that all the information now, which are with respect to that particular product. So what we will do, we will simply call that particular data using this server side script. Okay, okay, which data? This A product ka data. Okay, so it is the user input. User input is what? A. So after getting user input, what we did, we some sort of did derivations, and after the derivations we are fetching all the information related to A. Okay, that is our derived data. Okay, now yes, now we will move towards the next point. Next point is what? How to write pseudocode. But first of all, just now we cover that particular points. No, pseudocode are in how many types? How many types are there? How many parts are there? Total 5 parts. Okay, why I am repeating again? Cause some students are from mechanical as well, and those people are not that much aware about the what is variable and etc things. So what I will do, I will simply explain you in a generic way. Okay, so variables. Okay, variables. Afterwards we will have ASSIGN assignment. Okay, afterwards input, output. Okay, now selection. Okay, now preparation. Okay, now chalo, what is a variable? Variable is that particular space inside the code where we can store some sort of data. Okay, some sort of data. Why I make a statement as a some sort of data? Because the data, how data can be? Data can be this format. Okay, any numeric format. Data can be in this format. Okay, that is a float data. Okay, I will discuss its data type also in later case. Okay, data might be in this format as well. Some sort of time data might be in this format with this. Okay, so guys, see, and so forth. So I'm not covering all these things. Yeah, but basic things which we are generic way we are using now, day to day life, that I'm telling you. See, this data is an integer type. Okay, this data 12.56, that is float type. Okay, or simply we can call it as a double type. Okay, this data is what? Variable, that is one is integer plus one is character. Okay, again this data is again having what? Character plus special character. Okay, so we will do one thing. So this data we will call it as a varchar. Okay, or simply we can call it as a string. Okay, this also can be called as a string. Okay, so this data type is what? String data type. So inside the string you can pass anything. Inside the string you can pass anything. Okay, chalo. Now assignment, we got that particular data inside the variables. Variable is what? The programming space where we can use, that is empty space. Initially it is empty space, afterwards we are filling that particular data. Okay, like you have used in any programming year. Now you are in the 4th year. Okay, so you guys are or 3rd year or 4th year, so you guys are very well about the some, even though you are not, even though you are from a circuit branch, then too you know this concept. Okay, so it means what? C is an a variable. C is an a variable. Now which consists of 6, and which data type it is? Integer data type. Okay, this is our what? Variable. Okay, now here assignment also I have done. Here assignment also I have done. So what I will do? I will simply delete this video. So this is a variable. Now I can use this C anywhere in a program to access its value inside it. Okay, so inside the C we can put any value. Okay, any value, but that value has to be belong to int data type. Int data type. Understood? Chalo. Now up till now it is perfect. Okay, up till now it is perfect. Now we are coming with the assignment. Assignment means what? What in programming language we are doing. Simply in the day-to-day life, what we are doing after doing that particular work, any task, what we are transferring to the another people. Okay, so in this particular way, what we can do, assignment means if it is a, already I have taken int as a int C. Okay, so we have C is a variable, and this variable we can assign any value, but it should be an integer one. Okay, some languages are there who does not require this data type. Okay, declaration is not required. Okay, such as Python. Okay, it does not require what the data type is. It is definitely, it is automatically taking the data. Okay, we will talk that particular data in next day. Okay, because since we are going with Python, OPS concept, algorithm, data structures and pseudocode. Okay, this is our main concern. Now one is assignment. Assignment, here we have given the value. Okay, now how assignments are? Assignments might be a one value to the variable, or it might be a variable to variable. Okay, it means what? The value of B will get stored inside this C. Okay, I will give one more example. That is B increment by 1. So what we are simply doing in the normal logic, I am telling, B plus 1. So what happen? What is the value inside B will get incremented by 1, and again it will get stored inside the B only. Understood? Now, if we wanted to write the same code, same concept with the shorthand, then we can go with this particular as well. Okay, so it means what? Whatever the value inside the B, okay, will get incremented by 1, and plus again it will get stored inside the B only. Okay, that is its meaning. Both the meanings are line number 10 and line number 11 are the same. Okay, chalo. Now this is the assignment. Okay, afterwards input and output. Okay, what do you mean by input and what do you mean by output? Chalo. So guys, first of all we will see why inputs are required. Just now at the top of it we saw, no? So data, it might be a what? Derived, or it is input data. So read and write. Inside the pseudocode, read and write is being used. Okay, so this will take input data. So whenever you are taking input, that time you should read, and whenever you are giving output, that time you should write something. The same way as in a day-to-day life. Okay. Now selection. Selection is means what? The decision making. And who is making decision in the programming? Okay, there are some people who is making decisions. Okay, so like if wala condition is there. So if, then afterwards we are setting a simply I will write conditions. Okay, inside the conditions, this true. Now see, this condition may be equals to true or false. Okay, if this condition get true, okay, whatever the condition, if it is returning the value of true, then it will simply go with the true wala block. So whatever the block of true. Okay, now if the condition get false, then simply it will exit the if loop. Okay, that is simply end if, and it will normally do the things. Again, if, same thing, condition, we can get true or false. Okay, afterwards block of code for block of true code. Okay, afterwards what we can say, else. Okay, else we can write block of false code. Okay, this is the if else. Now again we have if else wala loop. Okay, that is the things. Now preparation. What is a preparation? It is a construction kind of things. Okay, it is a construction kind of things which are instructions which executes multiple times. Suppose for loop, simply what we are doing यहाँ पे initializations. Okay, I will write initializations, afterwards condition. Okay, then here incrementations. Okay, inside this we are writing some sort of code. Okay, some sort of code and simple. Then afterwards and for. The simple things are there. So these are what your preparations. Likewise, while also, while the whatever the condition is. Okay, so we will write code over here. Okay, these are the preparations. Okay, now chalo, by moving towards the next point, we will see one that particular concept. Okay, which concept? Come here. Okay, now what, where on which topic we are? Meanwhile I will ask question to Sainath. Have you understood the things which I covered just now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, you understood in very well, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Chalega. If there is a doubt to anyone, you can simply uh, post me a chat. Definitely I will resolve your query. Okay. Oh yeah, definitely. But on YouTube there is some sort of issue that chat I cannot read directly. Okay, but definitely you can post your queries over there as well, and definitely we will get back to you. Okay. Now, what is our pseudocode? Write a pseudo code. Okay, write a pseudocode. So here we have to use multiple tasks. Up till now, that pseudocode which we did, no, that is simple things. Okay, that are not difficult one. But now we will do some sort of complex things, and afterwards we will move towards the data structure and etc. etc. Okay, chalo. So first of all, in a task, we have to write one pseudocode. Okay, that task will be read 5 numbers. Okay, we will read 5 numbers. Again, it is separate. Okay, it is separate numbers. Then afterwards, what we need to do? B task. Okay, B task, calculate average. Okay, of the input number. Simple thing. Input number. Inside the C, what we have to do? Find small and large number from input number. Which input number? That entered input number. Okay. Now D. Inside the D, we will do that particular D part later on. Okay, we will do that D part later on. Chalo, we will move towards the pseudocode wala concept now directly. Now see, I need to give some sort of beautify code, no? So for that particular beautify code, what I'm doing. Okay, just a second. Is there anyone who is inside the waiting room? No, I guess. Sure. Okay. Now what I will do? Write. Okay. WRIT. Right. Okay. Please enter 5 numbers. Okay. And afterwards, after reading that particular 5 numbers, I need to use read n1, n2, n3, n4. Yeah, these are the 5 numbers I have. So now I need to process with this particular numbers. So how I will process with this particular number? Chalo. First task is what? Read the numbers separately. Yeah, I did that particular things. Now B is what? Average. Okay, calculate the average. So write average of input number is. Okay, average of input number is. Come to the point. Yeah, what we will do? Simple thing. We will add. No, we will add in 1. Simple calculations. Okay, in 1 plus n2 plus n3 plus n4 plus n5. Right? Now divide by 5. n1, n2, n3, n4 and n5 divided by 5. That is average. Now what we have to do? We have to put inside the variable. No? So assignment will be here now. What happened? We did some sort of calculations. We did calculations over here. Okay. Now we will do some sort of assignment, cause after calculating, okay, after calculations we will get one number, and that particular number we have to store inside the variable. Okay, avg, that is avg. Okay, but how to do that particular things? Set avg 2. Okay, it means what? Whatever the calculated data will get stored inside the avg. Okay, now write avg, so I will get average number. Okay, chalo. Now we have to go with some sort of things, extra things, that is task C, find the smallest number and largest number. Chalo, from this particular smallest number and largest number we need to scan that particular number. Okay, so what we will check, first of all, what I will do, we will check with some sort of iterations as well. We will check with some sort of iterations. If now here I need to do some sort of conditions. Okay, if I need to here I need to go with some sort of conditions. Here I will first of all check n1 is less than n2. Is n1 less than n2? Definitely it is going to give me output that true or false wala condition. If it is a true, right, then I need to write some sort of statement over there. Okay, then afterwards else, here I need to write some sort of statement. Okay, if the condition is true, then I need to target n2. Okay, that n2 I need to store inside the max number. Okay, chalo. So how to do that particular things? This things is right, set max. Yeah, it means what? n2 will get stored inside the max. Okay, now I got the variable that name is max. Okay, now else what I will do? Simple thing, set max to n1. Okay, it might be possible out of this anyone may be a maximum or anyone may be a minimum. So what I will do, in first logic I am taking n1 and n2, I am just comparing it, and on that particular comparison I am just setting the value that is n2 and n1. Okay, suppose we will go with the one example as well. 5 6 7 3 4. Okay, we took some random examples. Now see, if 5 6, the condition is what? True or false? True. 5 is less than 6, then n2 is 6 will go inside the max variable. Okay, now come to the next point. After coming to the next point, what we will do, if we will go with the n3. Okay, n3 is greater than max. Okay, here also we will get two conditions. Okay, if ka or dusra else ka, but here we will get two conditions, two output. It might be a true or it might be a false. If it is a true, then what we will do, we will do one thing, set max to n3. Okay, chalo. Now next condition, if n4 is greater than max, if again it will give me a true condition or false conditions. If it is a true, then I need to set the value of n4 to the max. So set max to n4. Okay, chalo, done. Again we have n5 will compare to the max. We will see set max to n5. Okay, something, someone asked me doubt. Yes, just a second, huh? What is her name? Vaibhav. Okay, Vaibhav, I will answer your question, huh? I will answer your question. See guys, if n5 is greater than the max, then maximum variable will be what? N5. Okay, and afterwards we will do one thing. After setting this particular things, we will do write the max number is, the maximum number is what? WRITE, write max. Okay, chalo guys, see, now we will try to understand this concept again. What we need to do? Read 5 numbers separately. Yes, we are reading the 5 numbers separately. Please enter the 5 numbers. Read n1, n2, n3, n4, n5. Okay, now coming to the next point, that is write average of this. Guys, now tell me, we are asking read 5 separate numbers. Okay, read 5 separate numbers. It might be from the user as well. Okay, in that case, if suppose I entered any name, suppose I entered campus credentials for n1, and afterwards n2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, this number I insert, then first is string, no? So it should not allow me to enter the string numbers or even characters. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to give int kind over here. Okay, int data type should be here, so that whenever I will do such things, okay, that time programmer will understand, okay, the 5 numbers which we are taking, that should be an integer type only. Okay, or else it might be a float. Okay, this pipe symbol you can use. Okay, perfect. Chalo, now write. Okay, so what we are writing, average of input number is, okay, whatever the input number we have done, that is the average of this particular one. That is simple calculations. Okay, it is simple calculations, no need to explain in the details. Okay, but here the things which we are little confusing, but it's simple logic. Okay, so targetly what we will do, we are going with 5, 6, 7, 3 and 4 in this particular side we are going. So first of all, go with the if loop. If n1 is less than n2, okay, we will check n1 is less than n2. Here we are using if conditions. The conditions might be a true, or false. If this condition give me output that is a true, then I need to give some sort of output. If it is a condition is false, then I need to give some sort of another output. Okay, another output means I need to set another value. Okay, so check, set max to n2. Suppose when it is going to give me a true value when n2 is bigger than n1, then it will give me a true value. So I will set n2 inside the max. Okay, now if this condition gives me a false, okay, suppose it here is a 6 and here is a 5, then definitely it will give me false output. It means what? n1 is max, then n2, so n1 will get inside the max variable. Okay, if condition is true, then n2 will go inside the max. If condition is false, then n1 will go inside the max. Guys, up till now circuit branch are getting clear, that is mechanical, okay, electrical, those who are not come across with the programming up till now. So are you getting the points clear? Himanshu, Vaibhav, yes, you are getting clear. Okay, chalo. Now we will move towards the next point. Now guys, we got one maximum value, okay, one maximum value, one maximum variable. So what we will do, we will now compare with this particular one, okay, compare this max with rest remaining one. So how to do that particular things? Now if n3, suppose n3 is greater than max, the condition might be a true or false. Okay, chalega. Chalo, condition might be a true or false. Okay, if the condition get true, then what we will do, the whatever the value inside the n3 will get stored inside the max, or else we will leave it. चलो चेक करते हैं अभी यहाँ पे 5 and 6, 5 and 6 condition is true, n2 will get 6 value and that value gets inside the max. Now 6, okay, and here is a 7, 7 is greater than 6, condition is true, condition is true, since n3 ka value, that is a 7, will get inside the max variable. Okay, now we will check for the different conditions. Okay, what is the value of inside the 4? n4 is a 3, okay, and max, inside the max it is a 7. So 3 is greater than 7, condition is false, so it will definitely leave the particular these conditions, it will not bother about these conditions because we have not written else statement for the same. Okay, so it will leave. Now if n5 is greater than max, okay, now n5 is what? 4, 4 is greater than 7, the condition is true or false? Condition is false, false. Have you noticed that conditions false ka conditions? No, so simply it will leave this particular message. Okay, and go with the maximum number is, now what is the value inside the max variable? That is a 7, so we will get a 7 number. Okay guys, I hope it is clear up till now. Yes, Omkar. Yes, Omkar, you raise your hand. Is there any doubt? You are not audible. Okay, chalega. Now guys, as per the different conditions, again we will move towards this. We have find large number. Okay, now we will go for the small number. So for that particular small number we will do same case. Okay, if n1, okay, n1 is greater than n2, now it will again give me true or false. Okay, chalega. If it is giving me true, then what we will do, set minimum 2 in 2. Okay, else what it will give me, set minimum 2, sorry, minimum 2 n1. Okay, chalo, come to the point. We will first of all check this n1 and n2. What is n1 and n2 ka concept? Control C. Okay, copy and paste it here. Okay, okay. Yes, Omkar doubt is, what if the condition is false? Omkar, can you tell me which condition is false? About which condition you are asking me? Which condition is false? Suppose n4 is smaller. Okay. Suppose n4 is smaller. Then max value. Then it will leave the value. And same thing happen over here, no? N4 is what? 3. N4 is what? 3. I hope it is clear. N4 value is 3. And up till now, value inside the max is 7. Okay? So what happened? This 3 is less than 7. Okay? But here we are making at what statement? We are checking for the greater than. So it will definitely going to give me false output. So this value will not get considered. Okay, and for the same else we have not wrote, no, we have not make any kind of else statement for this condition. So definitely it will leave that particular points. वो बोलेगा इसको check करके कोई मतलब नहीं है. Okay, okay, you got that particular things. Okay, चलो, if it is there doubt, then please ask me. Okay, now 5, 6, 7, 3 and 4 is there. Okay, perfect. Chalo. If n1 and n2, now we will check for this. N1 is what? 5 and 6. What we will get? 5 is greater than 6. We are checking for the value and it will definitely going to give me a false output. Okay, so false output means what? Value of n1 will get inside the mean variable. Chalo, now what we will do? Mean n3. Okay, n3 we are checking with this particular one. Now we are going with the minimum value, no? So that is the reason we are checking with the, that is minimum. So whatever is the value inside the minimum variable, will check with this n3 wala. Okay, chalo. So what we will do? We will check minimum value is what? 5. Okay, now 5 will check with the 7. What happen? The condition will be false. Okay, condition will be false. And if it is a true, then what we need to do? Set minimum to n3. Yeah, but the condition is what? False. No, 7 is bigger than 5 and we are checking that 5 is there. So definitely we will leave this particular one. Afterwards again we will go with the next point. Okay, now n4 we will go with the n4, same condition, check for the minimum. Now minimum value is what? 5. Okay, perfect. 5 is, and here 3. Now we will check 3 is less than 5. We will get yes, it is. Set minimum to n4. मतलब what will happen? n4 का value will get inside the minimum variable. Okay, so in next iteration what will happen? n5. Okay, n5 will check with the minimum. Now value of minimum is what? 3. Okay, because here we set that particular value na, for true conditions. So 3 we will check. So 4 is less than 3. We will check for the same. So it will tell us no. If it is a true, then we will go with the n5. Okay, but since it will give you a false output, just leave it. Okay, and here simply we can write minimum number is and maximum number is. Okay, chalega. Yes, the minimum number is this and maximum number is that. Okay, chalo. So what happened, guys? minimum number is here 3, we will get 3. So from given string we got that particular output. It's the same way you need to write this. Here you are writing the logic, so in same way you need to find the output, okay, in examination, and somewhere you will get the right code as well, okay. So somewhere they will ask you to write code, but that will be in a technical round. And somewhere in pseudocode you will get 4 options, okay, and one code will be there, okay. You need to understand its output, what output may be, okay. Accordingly we will do this for you. So do not get hyper by looking at, oh, this many lines of code we need to understand, and this much big code is there. No, there is no any kind of complex things. Yeah, if you are well with the data structure, okay, data structure and algorithm, that is DS and algo, okay. For circuit backgrounds I'm telling you what do you mean by DS and algo. If you ask me, no, what is DS and algo, then it is a simple mathematical operations. It is simple way I can for more simplest, what I can do, what I can explain you, that DS is like one stack is there. Suppose if we are keeping some sort of rack, okay, on that particular rack we need to put some sort of things, and that particular things, just a second, what is difficulty level of the code. Yeah, Sambhavi asked me one question, that is, sir, what is difficulty level of the codes. Yeah, difficulty level of the codes, you need to go with this particular algo and DS wala concepts only, okay. So here stack and then queue wala concepts, okay, push and pop wala concepts, that are the that much only. So first of all, if you wanted to go with, and how apart from circuit background, apart from circuit branches, for them I'm telling you, you more focus on data structure and algorithm, okay. Yeah, you can start your preparations for data structures and algorithms, definitely, okay, that will definitely help you, okay. And one more thing, guys, whenever you are writing such a code, that is pseudocode, no, then again you try for the same, you can write any programming language, the same code, whether you are getting that particular output or not, okay. That particular concept also I'm going to cover after a break, okay. After a break, and second half we will, whenever we will meet, that time I will write some sort of code in with the Java, okay. So that what will happen, you will get a clear idea, yes, what we need to do and how things should be done, okay. So guys, on that particular paper, coming with that particular pseudocode and writing with that particular iterations, that is not expected from our end, or that is not suggested from our end. What we want, because samne wala person, what he will give that particular questions, that we don't know. So our campus credentials main motto is that to make you capable to write or build your code as per the given conditions, and if the code is there, then how to debug that particular code, okay. That is our main motto. By considering such points, we are coming with the syllabus where we are teaching you, if it is a data structure, then for that particular data structure, how to write a code, how to build a code, okay, how to write a pseudo code, okay. And whenever we are going with the particular syllabus, that time also we are going with first writing pseudo code, algorithms for the same, and afterwards we are going with the its implementation, that is code implementation. So that if you are from circuit background, then too you will get a clear idea, yes, what things are there. And definitely in second half we are going to cover that particular points, okay. Total 6 hours session is there, today 3 hours and tomorrow 3 hours, okay. So 1.5 hours first half, 1.5 hours second half, okay. So 3 hours will get complete on the today's day, Then next day we are going to cover with Python, Java, and some data structures and algorithm concepts as well. Okay, so guys, since it is a first half and first starting source, that is the reason it might be a somewhere, बोला ना, since it is online as well, so somewhere we need to set up the first sessions. It is okay. From second session onwards, I will extend some sort of time for you, and definitely we will cover all this scenario. Okay. Meanwhile, those students have our email ID or contact details. You can definitely put your queries over there. If you are on a YouTube chat, then definitely we are there. If you guys on Zoom meeting, then definitely you can put your queries. Definitely you can put your queries on the chat room. Okay, chalo guys, so we will meet by 3 o'clock again. Okay. Yeah, someone asked me, Vaibhav asked me, sir, this video is available on YouTube after session ends. Yeah, our management will decide what to do for the same, and definitely will get back to you, Vaibhav. Okay, if it is there, then you can simply check our YouTube channel. Okay, Campus Credentials. You can subscribe as well for the same, and you can share among your concepts. Definitely, we will do that program. We will consider your request that we will try to put that particular sessions. Okay, so guys, again